Hey guys, it's JavaScript Room, and today we're gonna build snake game on Vue.js framework. Or it's not exactly a framework, it's more library, but still. It's supposed to be a live stream, but because of technical issues, I decided to record the video instead. So, first of all, I wanna show you what I've built earlier this week. That's a snake game. It's implemented on a codesandbox.io. It's a web platform for building your React, Vue and other kind of applications. Right now I'm practicing with Vue.js and decided it could be a good challenge to do something like this. I've never implemented snake game before, and earlier this week I implemented this. So that's a kind of my version of snake. See what we have here. It's basically some configuration. You can change the cell size, size of each cell, the board size, how many cells the board will contain, and the speed of the snake. So if you click play, it starts and it goes like this, and you even can change the speed and it will apply immediately, something like this. Alright, it's time to die. Yeah, okay, we've died. We've got 21 points. We've got alert message. Yeah, so it's pretty simple one, but still it's kind of okay and funny to play. And now let's move to implementation. I wanna implement kind of the same one from scratch today together with you. How we're gonna do this? So I go to Code Sandbox. You can log in with your GitHub account, and then I just click Create Sandbox, View. I choose Vue project, and it does everything for me. It creates a new project with the Vue pre-installed and prepared. And so we can wait a little bit until the preview will be done. Cool. So what I wanna start with, it's change a little bit structure. So if we open app.vue file from the default project, you can see that it contains the component. So it's file of the component. It contains all content together. I mean the styles, JavaScript, and the template itself. Everything is one file. I don't really like this. I prefer to split code into different files. So what I'm gonna do is I wanna create a new file, app.css. Where is it? I'm gonna move it into src folder, and now I'm gonna create one more file, app.js. Where is it? A new file here, app.js. So I want the app view file contain only the template, and then here I want just to link these files. So basically what I do, I move this code from here to this file, app.js, save it, and here I just link to that file, app.js. So it should work now. And the same situation with the CSS. I just simply move this code into this file, save it, and apply here the src attribute, app.css. Wait, CSS. Well, it should be fine now. Should still show the same page. Yeah, it works. Cool. So, what's the next step? I don't really need anything like this here. Let's clear it. The assets folder, I also don't need it. I deleted it. Components folder. So we have here the file hello world.vue. So it's a file of another component we used, but I actually removed it already here. And here we don't need it. We're gonna remove it and remove it from here. And I'll remove this file as well. So I want to, in my application will be one additional component. I'll call it something like snake canvas, because it will contain the canvas. Basically it will render a canvas with a snake and do some logic inside. So we're gonna create a folder here, snake canvas. Yeah, I just like to put all the components in the separate folders. And here we will create a new file, snake canvas.vue. It will be the file with the component. Another one will be snake canvas.js, and some stylings, snake canvas.css. All right, and yeah, we need the index file, index.js. In this file we will be just simply importing this the main file. So it will be something like export default from snake canvas, something like this. It's good just when you want to refer to this component, you don't need to specify in the component snake canvas.js, something like this. So you don't have to repeat it twice, because automatically it will check the index.js file and apply this component. So you will see it later. And here, yeah, basically you will see it right now. We can just import snake canvas from it's an app. We should go inside the components. So yeah, it should be yeah, I guess like this. Components, yeah, it found the way. Snake canvas, you see, and we don't need to specify then again snake canvas. Alright, so and now we're gonna pass it inside a template to use it there. Snake canvas, like this. What do you complain about? Components. It's I guess it should be no, I guess it should be an object. Yeah, wait. No complaints now? Good. Alright, and here basically what I want to, the app component responsible for is if you like, basically it's a state of our application. It will contain the current state, if the game is in progress or finished, or yeah, it's basically is playing or is finished, and then also it will contain the scores. So, but first I think we should start with layout. Yeah, I'm gonna start with layout. So snake game, some title, and then then it's gonna be 3 columns with configurations. Yep, and alright, let's do something like div. Nope. So class column, and yeah, we can copy paste it. So the first column will contain the cell size in pixels, and then we put input field here. It's gonna be a number. Yeah, we can specify the minimum of range. It's gonna be 0. Yep. Or no, I think it's gonna be something like 10 pixels. Why do we need 0? 10 pixels is good. So second column, it's gonna be a board size. And board size, it makes sense, make it in cells, basically measure it in cells number. So the same situation here, input type number, and the minimum here, yeah, let's put it something like 5. I think it's reasonable. And last column, it's gonna be a speed. Input. So type number. And for the speed, okay, minimum value will be 1. Okay, so that's what we have now. And yeah, what now? Let's do some styling. We can go here and so let's add styles for class column. And for the app, I think, yeah, let's make it flex. Display flex, or even no, let's make it grid. Yeah, and I think we need to add styles for body. Yeah, let's make it to keep the content in the middle of the page. I normally do this trick, display flex, align items center, justify content center. Page should be 100 VH, just to keep it in the middle of the page. Why it shows this? It shouldn't show this content. I think I need to refresh, reload the tab. And meanwhile, let's add some styles for the column. So it's gonna be if we make it grid, or maybe let's keep it simple for now. Display inline block. With something like 30%. Oh, come on. Show me this. Update it, please. Alright. Good. And make some background color, something like this. Apply? No? I don't know. For the radius, 4 pixels, let's say. Come on, apply the changes. I'll refresh it. It behaves a bit buggy. So come on, move on. What else? Yeah, let's see. So probably I need to add some padding. Let's say 5 pixels. And yeah, maybe some margin. Let's say 5 pixels. Come on. Really super slow. Yeah, finally. Alright, so we need to reduce a little bit width. Let's make it 30% minus 5 pixels. Should be fine, yeah, it's good now. Alright, and yeah, also would add some styles for input. Something like this, with 20 pixels. Oh, I guess I forgot this hack. border box. Oh, no, it's called box sizing. Box sizing, border box. Yeah, so it basically... Oh, alright. What's wrong then? We didn't specify the width of our app container, I guess. That's why. And what if we make it... let's try to make it 100%. Guess it should be fine. Yeah, good now. So, yeah, I think 20 pixels is not enough. Let's make it 40. Okay, if we make it a bit wider, should be good. Yeah. And then, or maybe 30 is enough actually. What else? Add some styles also. Border radius, so 4 pixels. Something like this, simple styles. And 40 pixels. Oh, it's too much. 20. And hiding, let's say 5 pixels. Maybe 10 pixels. 5. Yeah, something like this, a bit more freedom. Alright. Let's keep it like this. And then... Okay. We have an app. Yeah, let's make some plan what we have, what props we have here. We need to keep a state for all these 3 values. Yeah, let's implement it first. So basically we need metadata, which will return us an array, an object, sorry. And these values, by default, we say that cell size, it's at 10 pixels. And so right now it returns it to this property cell size into the view, into the app component. We can use it here, and we gonna bind it with this input. For this we need to do vModel, and we can specifically say that it's gonna be a number, and here we say cell size. So it should be applied, actually the value of 10 should be here. Cell size 10. Okay, why it's not there? Do we need to refresh it first? Probably that's the reason. Yes, it is. Okay, and in the same way we apply default values for board size. It's gonna be 5, I guess. 5. Hey, where are you? Yeah, 5. And speed 1. Speed 1. And here we need to add the same thing. We model number. board size, and here the model number equal to speed. Right, cool. So now whenever we change this value, it will be binded to the value in our JavaScript. Basically here these properties will be changed automatically whenever you update these values. So that's what we need to control the game process. Okay, so move on. Now I think it makes sense to render our canvas. Let's move to our snake canvas component, save files, snake canvas, view. So here we will render the template. And we need to include our stylings and scripts. I really miss auto-closing from VS Code. Snake canvas .js, I guess it should work. What are you complaining about? Should be fine. What's wrong with you, man? Script. We open, we close the tag. What's wrong? GC must be wrapped is an closing tag. What do you mean? I closed the tag. I really have no idea. It's complaining about this line. But why? Snake canvas. I'm not sure what's going on. Probably it's because there is no content yet. Let's see. Figure it out later. Okay. So here we're gonna, oh, by the way, there is one nice feature. If we add this attribute scoped, it means these CSS styles will be applied only to this file. That's actually what we need. Okay, so export default, export in our new component, should specify name, snake canvas, and the list of props. What kind of props we're gonna have here? So we will receive here the props from our parent component, from the application, because we need to use here, we need to know the cell size, board size and speed. Well, so let's pass them into the child component. cell size, it's a number, board size, it's number as well, and speed, it's also number. And what else? What else? We need to render the canvas. Our snake canvas will render canvas here, and we need to know the size of the canvas. Yeah, what we're gonna do is we need to first of all create reference to use it. Then we need to add yeah, width and height of the canvas, and for that we basically need the value, and but a value in pixels. For this I'm gonna create the computed props, I guess. Just computed, yeah. And so let's call it board size in pixels, size pixels. So it will be a function which will return basically we need to multiply the cell size of the one cell in pixels with the board size which is specified in the cells, measures in cells. So we will return simply this cell size multiplied with this board size, something like this. And now this property, this field should be available here in this file. Let's try. To use it, we need to do it with the colon, to use the value from the component, from the JavaScript, and yeah, it simply sells a board size pixel like this. What's wrong here? Expected token. Why? Why are you complaining? Alright, I guess it should be without still my React background. Board size pixels with... should be fine actually. Let's see. You're so slow. So what we gonna do next? The canvas is still not here. Why? Let's see why. Oh, by the way, maybe it's there. We will check it now. Oh, of course, we didn't include it. We didn't include it into the app. Of course. We use it here, and now we need to inject it in our app. App view. Yeah, basically we need to snake canvas like this. Yeah, there is a canvas, but we don't pass any values. We need to pass the values as well. So what we need to pass? Cell size, like this, board size, and speed. And yeah, let's make some styles just to see. We can do, yeah, let's apply some ID. Snake canvas, and right here. Canvas, border, all right. So 5. Yeah, it should be fine now. But why it's 5? By default, let's make it bigger. It's minimal value 5, but yeah, let's make it more. 10 maybe, or even 20. Yeah, 20 is fine, I guess. And okay. So it needs to add some space. Yep, like this. Speed, yeah, let's make it 10 by default. And then we need to show scores and the button, play button. Scores, and we put their scores. Or I guess it should be in this way. Some space. And for now, scores are not specified. Let's add them. By default, scores are 0. Cool, it's there. And the play button. Where are you? button. Okay, here we need to know the state of the game. For this, let's create a flag. It's gonna be yeah, it's plain. By default, it will be false. Game is not started. And here we're gonna say if is plain is true, we will show stop, otherwise we render play. Yeah. Let's add some styles. Pixels, 20 pixels, something like this. Border. Something 20 pixels. Okay. 10 pixels. Yeah. Okay. Simple one. Yeah, the styling can be improved much more. It's pretty simple here. Yeah, we'll be focusing mostly on the logic. Alright, and what we're gonna do is we need to add the methods to start game and stop the game. So we need to, alright, let me think. So yeah, we need to specify two methods. So it's gonna be a start. This as plain equal to, and stop. Method stop. This is plain false. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so also we need to pass it as plain state here. Yes, plain. Canvas, JS. It's a boolean. Alright, so we have rendered the canvas. Let's put some logic in there. So how we gonna structure our snake? Basically, the snake is gonna be a simple array of objects, basically collection of objects. Each object will be there for each cell, and it will contain x and y properties with values inside the grid. So basically, first we gonna create a snake. When we start the game, we need to create a new snake or reset it. So for this let's create a method which we will reuse then. It will call reset snake. And it will basically do this snake equal, so it's by default in the beginning it will be an array with one object only. It will contain x and y, but what we will put there, I want to start from the middle point. For doing this, we need to get the middle cell. We can create another method for this. Get middle cell. So this method will be responsible just for returning us the middle cell number, basically. So how we gonna check it? Simply, what we need is to take the whole size of word and make it twice less, and we can also round it with math. This board size divided by 2, and here this get middle cell and this get. So basically it means that snake will start always from the middle. Alright. Assume we have it here, and now we want to draw the snake. Basically, when we start the game, we want on each step, basically on each move, it will redraw the whole canvas. And for this, we want to let's start from the method move. It will be responsible for rendering content, and alright. And also we need to reset values once application is running. For doing this, we can do something like when it's mounted. We can alright, we need to create the board context will be this refs board, and then we get its context. Like this. Okay. And once the component is rendered, we will reset snake. We'll call this reset snake. Okay, what's wrong? It's here. Come on. Alright. And now we want to draw something. Yeah, I think it makes sense to continue with method draw. I think first we need to create, let's make it draw cell method, which will render just cell, which will be pass it to it. So each cell, remember, it's an object containing x and y numbers. So what we need to do is basically draw a rectangle, board context. So in this property we keep the context of our canvas here. We found it using a reference to this DOM element, and we've got its context and store it in the property board context. And now what we wanna do is draw a rectangle. Oops. So first value, it's gonna be x, the value of the position by x, and multiply it with this cell size, since we need the value in pixels. Same with y. Cell size, I don't see anything. And then we will stop. The size of the rectangle will be just this, here and here. And then let's context, let's specify the color, fill style, let's keep it black, and this board context fill. So this method is responsible for drawing one cell, one specific cell, what we pass to this method. And now, so I want something to be drawn there. So once I click play, it should run what it should do. Let's go to app.js. Basically it's changing is playing property. Okay, for checking this, for controlling these changes, we can use watchers. Basically in this file snakecanvas.js we add watchers. It's called just watch. By the way, all these features, all these properties are set by Vue.js, so it's common things. For example, mounted, created, it's methods of the life cycle of the component, and watch. Well, okay, I will not go deeply to there. Let's focus on the implementation. Otherwise, it will take ages. So what we're gonna do here is we want to subscribe on changes of this property is plain, and we will get the new value of this property, and we can say like if value. So basically, if the flag is true and game started, what we want to do is we want to reset snake, I would say, and run this move, execute the first move. And what move does? Nothing so far. We can start putting some logic in there. For example, so what we want to do basically is to draw the whole snake, and for doing this we just can do something like this snake for each. Since it's a simple array, we can run for each loop through it, and we can say draw cell. So basically we execute method draw cell for each object inside the snake collection. So we can try actually. So nothing happened so far. Okay, by the way, button should be pointer. Oops. Like this? Yes, good. So why it's not started? It's not true. Start. Okay. Let's see. It's plain. Let's see if it goes there. No, nothing happens. Oh, I know why. I guess I know why, of course. We forgot on click. On click. How it's gonna be there? All right. I guess like this. Just like this, yeah. So basically here we check if is plain. We run stop. Otherwise, play. Alright, something happened at least. It's playing, blah, blah, blah. That play is not defined on the instance. Okay. Why? Oh. Okay. Should I refresh maybe? Let's see. Should be fine actually. No, still not. Play is not function. Come on, let's start. Of course. Start. Yes. Good. Works now. And yeah, we can see that it was drawn. Cool. Alright, alright. So what we're gonna do next? Secondless. Yeah. So we don't need this console log anymore. Set snake. So move. Alright. What I need to do? So what's next? What's next? Next we want to basically let's make it moving every time. For that we need to specify the speed. Basically we have a speed number, but we need to get the value in milliseconds for this. And yeah, let's have a simple method get move delay, for example, which will return us we can do something like 2 divided by a number from this speed and multiplied by 1000 because we want the value to be in milliseconds. So I guess this one is not required, something like this. And yeah, well, our snake how should behave. Basically it's an array of objects, and when snake moves, the first object, basically the head of the snake, we will remove it and put in the end of the snake. Or wait, no, the opposite way. We will take the last value and push it into the head because it's moving. Yeah, but it depends on the direction. That's why we need a bunch of settings for the directions and the keys. Let's create this configuration, this constants. We need new file. JS. Yes. So it's gonna be a collection. containing objects. Each object will has a, let's say, direction, left, key code. Key code for the left button will be 37, and it will has object move, which will contain also two fields, x and y. X -1, it means it will move to the on the x, it will move minus, it means to the left, and y it's gonna be 0 because it doesn't move vertically. Right, and we need repeat it for others. So next one is top, it will be 38, y, y will move -1 and x 0, then right, 39 will be 1 0, and the last one, bottom, 40 0 1. Fine. And here we will need these constants. So import and we need to basically we always will keep one of these objects in our state. So for example, now let's say that by default it will be always like moving into the right in the beginning. So for this we can create something like so this direction, so we will need to keep it, or wait, so yeah, we need to set up the default direction. Yeah, right, it should be somewhere here, I guess. When we do reset snake, we do this direction, it's gonna be constants, for example 0. Let's start to the left always for now. We can randomize it later, make it random. And now what we want is to basically make it move in our snake. So before we draw, every time we need to what we're gonna do is we need to have a new head. We need to create let's say const new add cell. This will be the object where x is gonna be this snake 0. It's basically we take a first cell and move it on directions, direction move x, and we do the same for y. So basically it will create a new cell in the next to the current one depending on direction. And then we just will, what we're gonna do for now is before the drawing cell we want to okay, what we do is basically this snake, let's do unshift. And yeah, we put this in the beginning of our this snake array. So we insert a new add cell object into the beginning of array, and then we do this snake pop to remove the last item. Since we don't need it anymore, we draw it, and then we need to do the next move, right? Oh, we can check in the beginning if this is plain. I mean, if it's not plain, we just return. Otherwise we do this bunch of stuff and then we automatically trigger the next move. This move, this get move delay, like this. Let's see. Okay, nothing happens for some reason. Any error? Nope. How about refreshing? Okay, nothing happens. This does it go there? Oh, it doesn't go there. Looks like this is plain return us false or something. Oh, wait. True? Yeah, it goes. And then, okay, here is fine. And what's wrong here? shouldn't go there. You go there. Okay, it goes there. And there. Yeah. But still, okay, it's going there. But for some reason, nothing good's happening. I guess I know the reason. We need to begin path and close path. It's a canvas trick. So we need to start path before drawing our snake and this closing path. Like this. And still no luck. Begin path, close path. Weird thing. Okay, why it's not drawing? Seriously. Let me think. Why it's not rendering? This draw cell, it was working before, right? Oh, now let's check what we have here. This snake. Why are you not working again? Some text. There's some delay. For example, like this. Object. Oh, okay, some mess there. I see. X 0. Right, of course. Should be like this. Yes. Okay, it goes there, but it doesn't remove the last one. Why? Why it doesn't remove the last one? It's not clearing. Well, that's a problem. We need to add the clear method. What we need to do is this board text clear rectangle 0 0. This size pixels. This size pixels like this, and then we need to clear our board somewhere here. Yes, good. So now we want to stop it automatically once it's there in the end. That's what we're gonna do. Let's create a method which will check this. And let's call it something like is cell out of board. Return. So what we need to return here, we need to check if this snake 0, basically we checking the coordinates of the first object in the snake. It's a head, sorry, x plus this direction move x. Oh wait, no, it's not that. Yeah, it should be, yeah, we need to add here x and y, and we check if x for some reason less than 0 or y less than 0 or x more or equal than this board size. Or y is equal or more than this board size. Yeah, something like this. And then we get back to the move method, and here we can say like if this is cell out of board, we do something, otherwise we do something. So otherwise, if everything is fine, we do this. But what if the next head is out of the board? We need to stop the game. And for this we want to pass our stop method. So here we have a stop method, and well, let's pass it into our component, the snake. It's gonna be here. Stop will be stop, I guess, like this. And here press stop on the function, and we're gonna call it here. Yep. Like this. So if we do something like this, we can see, oh come on, all right, we need to pass new head cell here. We checking this, the new head, if it's out of board or not. And go. What's wrong with you, man? Otherwise, it's not changing. Something wrong here or what? Start. Stop. Let's see now. Yeah, it goes and stop. Yeah, it's not logging anymore. It stopped. Cool. All right, it's done. So, what we wanna do now? Or actually, I think it's gonna be slightly different. It should be still be something there. And here we just want to check, yeah, if it's to the board. Let's stop the game and then we will show the results later. Okay, and next we want to check if, oh, now it's time to create a target cell, and or even no, let's first make our snake move in by the different directions and controlling by keys. So for that we need to create a method on key press. It will receive event, and so first we do the new direction. Dot find constant key code equal to event key code, and if we don't find anything, we just simply return, and if we have a new direction, so what we want to do is we need to, okay, something like this, direction equal to a new direction. Yeah, but we don't want to change the direction if it's opposite one. For example, if you are currently moving to top, cannot switch it to move button, right? Makes no sense. So for applying this rule, we do it a bit more complicated. So basically what I want to check is new direction key code minus this direction key code. Yeah, so let me explain. Basically what we check is we take the difference between the new key code and the old key code, and if it's 2, it means these directions are opposite, because we have 37, 38, 39, 40. For example, 40 minus 38, it's gonna be 2, or 13 minus 40, it's gonna be minus 2, but we apply math absolute, so we take the absolute value of this, so it's gonna be always 1 or 2 or 3. So if it's 2, if it's not 2, we can do this, we can apply it. So that's the logic. And now we want to register once we mount it. I believe it should be there. So yeah, I think so. Once mounted, we do window add event listener. Let's say k down. Yeah, this on key press, and we want to remove this event listener when component is destroying. So before destroy, we're gonna do the remove event listener. Alright, and now let's see. Yeah, it works. It can move in different directions, and poof, stopped. Cool. Okay. Alright. What's next? Yeah, next we want to create a random target cell. Let's create a method set target cell. So first, what will be the logic when the target cell is, yeah, it's the cell where what snake want to catch, and yeah, we will keep this. Let's keep it in the property component property target cell, and we will keep it whenever it moves until it takes it, until the snake catches it. Then we have to create a new one, right? So let's say that if we don't have this target cell, for example, if we just run this, if we don't have it, we need to create it. So const target cell this yeah, and here we need to create another method. Let's call it get random cell, something like this. Oh, actually, yeah, let's. So yes, we need to create this method, get random cell. What we want to do here is simply return. It will return as well object x and y. X is gonna be random. Yeah, we take the value, generate random value, which is maximum will be like board size, from 0 to board size in this range, and then we round it into the smallest value, and the same here. Basically, yeah, absolutely the same. Yeah, that's pretty much how we're gonna do this for now. And but the tricky thing here is that it can return the cell which is potentially is in the snake already, and in that case it will break. It won't work as we expect, so we should handle this edge case. That's why I want to create another method checking if how many cells in the snake. For example, like if you pass to this method the cell, it will check how many times this cell in the snake. Normally it should be just one, but in some cases we will use it later. It might be two when the snake is do the move and then goes to itself, basically. Yeah, so it's gonna be universal method, but yeah, let's create it. Amount cells in snake, and we pass cell here. And what it will do is return this snake filter. We basically do filtering, whereas x and y, and we filter if x equal to cell x and y is equal cell y, like this. So, and then here what we're gonna do is we want to do some loop while this on cells is snake. We pass their target. So we generated already target cell, but we check it first. So if it's already there. If it's more than 0, we need to do it again. Target cell equal this get random something like this. Maybe, yeah, it looks like it can be improved a bit. But yeah, let's keep it like this for now. I think this construction needs to be slightly improved. Feels like should be. Alright, but yeah, let's continue for now. So target cell is equal to target cell. Yeah, basically we applied store it inside the component as a component property. And then, so what we're gonna do is we want to draw it. This board context rectangle. This target cell. X cell size. Size, and then this cell size like this. Rectangle, but yeah, if you remember, we need to do this trick. Begin path, and we need to do close path. And yeah, let's make it red. And this board fill. So something like this. What we have here, it's not drawing yet. So set target cell, do we call it in the move? No, we should. Yes, after clearing this, set target cell. Let's run now. Path, begin path. Let's run here. Does it go there? Oh, cell size funny fine. Here's an error. Okay, where is it? Come on. Cell size undefined. Which line is it? Oh, of course it's here. Fine, good now. Okay, we almost there. Few more things to add. So what we need to add? Okay, we need to add method to check if is the current target will become a new head. So we need to check that. So new as a target, a new head, something like this, and this method will check it. Return. So basically what we want to check here is that this snake 0, so it's first item, x plus this direction, current direction, move x will be equal to this target cell dot x, and we can copy paste this, the same for y. Here we are. So what we're gonna do is where is our move method? We need to update our move method and say that if we we need to do this check. If we are meeting the if the snake catching that cell, red cell, we need to do something different. It should be here. Should be here. For example, if this is target new head, we're gonna do this snake unshift, this target cell. So basically we put this, we add this target cell into the beginning of our snake array. It's gonna be a first cell, it means a new head of the snake. And then we need to reset our target cell, remove it basically, to be able to create it again on the next move. And if else, and if else, what we're gonna do if else, we basically take this and move it inside of else condition. It's two different possible options here, and then we need to draw it anyway and get to the move, get to the next move. So alright, let's try maybe play. Yeah, nice, it works now. Bam, bam, amazing, amazing. Oops. So what we're gonna do now, it's almost there. Just we want to collect and increase the scores. For this, let's create a method add scores. in our main application component. Add scores, and the value, we will pass value to this method, and this scores will be like just yeah, just add this scores. And but then when we just start playing, scores needs to be reset. Scores 0, like this. And then I think we can maybe, or no, maybe we can live without it. Okay, let's try. So yeah, we added scores, and then now we need to pass it here. Scores. And here in canvas, let's describe it. Scores function, and once we do this, we need to add scores, right? So basically what we're gonna do is yeah, so we're gonna call it add scores, and we pass just simple speed. If you move faster, you get more scores. That's honest, I think. Yeah, basically let's try. Should be working. Bam, I've got 10 scores. Yeah. Bam, die. Alright, and now what I want to do is when I'm done, I want to pop up the alert. Stop. Do we pass here scores? Let's check. No, we don't pass scores. We need it as well. Scores. And scores. It's a number. So once we do stop and we do alert, simple one, just don't make it more complicated. Scored this scores points, something like this. Let's try. 0 points. Come on. I need to refresh it. I got it. Oh wait, I didn't save it. I hope it was saved somewhere in session storage. Let's see. Yeah, nice. Code Sandbox saved it for me. So let's try again. So I scored 10 points and then I'm dying. Okay, cool. Great. And now I just want to add one more condition here. So I want to check the case. I can show you, by the way, if we do something like this. What happened? Okay, something wrong here. Why it's happening again and again? Stop this, stop. Oh, I guess I know why. Once we do, we need to reset snake, or when it's playing, yeah. Here we need to add, I missed something. When it's playing, it's changing. Where is it? Where is it? Watch here. We need to call this clear. So, go, 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 go. Oh my god, it takes so long. So, here's the case. So we take more cells. Oh. And now, look, here, you see? It's not breaking, it should break. That's why we need to add one more condition here. So we need to stop if this is true, or if this amount cells in snake, this snake 0, more than 1. And now see. some reason it's still working like that. That's not right. Oh, okay. Here we are. Guess I found the problem. Yes, alright. Problem is found, and now we can check it. Come on. No? Still not. Still can pass. That's wrong. Okay, so I still can go if I still can go through myself. I mean the snake. And that's wrong. Maybe fresh. Who knows? Still not. Okay, let's check again. Better to do the oh wait, we need to return filter, need to return length, right, I guess that's the thing. So we need to return number, not an array. Yeah, cool. Works now. And one last thing I want to add is to make the direction is random. Where's our method about directions? It's direction. Wait. Yes, target. Reset. Here. In reset snake. Yeah, let's do something like this. Const random direction index equal month floor random multiplied 4, and here is random direction index instead. And I guess we need to, better to set up as null, but I guess it's undefined by default, but yeah, that's better to specify it as null. Reset. So we are more or less done, I guess. Let's try. yeah, it's working. And just check to go to its body. Oh my god. Wait. Okay. Alright, just last time and try to go through. No. So, yeah, it's more or less done. I'll share the link in the description for this video, link to this project. Yeah, if you watched until the end, you are a superhero. It was kind of long video, but thank you for staying with me. Share your opinion in comments. What do you think about this? How would you implement this? What should I improve or something? Yeah, and I'll wait for your feedback. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, subscribe for my channel. I'll try to put more great content for you guys. Thanks again, and yeah, thanks for watching, and see you later. Cheers, bye bye.